Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news that matter to us as a community of English speaking locals living in Puerto Vallarta. News that matter to us that come from national headlines, from state headlines, from local headlines, from information that you share and help nurture our lives with. So here we are. We do this every day. Well, not every day, not on Sundays. And today is yet another day for another broadcast full of interesting information to share. It is December 21st. It is chilly out there to the extent that we can feel it chilly. Of course, we don't have snow or any of those crazy weather things that other parts of the planet enjoy. But we have good news, interesting news, amusing news. We have all kinds of news for you today, as usual. And while we go through our usual due process of inviting people to let us know that you're new by writing the word new in your comments or adding a Q at the beginning of your comment if it's really something you wish to have a comment back on, let me throw a poll your way, because this will have to do with, oh, what do you mean query error? Let me try that again. Duh. Oh. Something tells me that I created a poll that I cannot send you. This is horrible. Let me try one more time. And if the poll machine is not working today, then we'll just do it differently. Hold on. Settings. Interactivity. Polls. And there is my poll question. And I hit activate. And it's saying there's an error. Well, fine. Some days we can do a poll, some days we cannot do a poll. So I will start with the news, and then I'll tell you what the poll is about, and we'll just do a manual poll instead of using the Facebook one. Let's go. Pinche Facebook, I hate it when it doesn't cooperate. Let's do this. The World Health Organization informs us of something we already know, but in case we need a reminder, being vaccinated or having had COVID before does not prevent us from contracting the new Omicron variant. Being vaccinated helps us from having such a nasty ride, but it is no confirmation that we are free to roam through the world like nothing is happening. So the World Health Organization is encouraging us to cancel holiday celebrations to avoid the further spread of the virus. Fortunately, as of now, things are not so bad in Mexico as far as Omicron is concerned, and I'll be more specific in a second. But in the meantime, what I was wondering to determine through the poll is how wigged out you are feeling about Omicron right now. So if you want to comment on that or say, yes, I'm feeling wigged out, or no, I'm not feeling wigged out, or you can even answer, what is Omicron? Everything goes. Any comments that you may have will be appreciated. Just out of curiosity, I will admit that I'm feeling a little wigged out about Omicron, although, as far as Omicron in Mexico is concerned, it was 15 days ago that the first case was confirmed in Mexico City. Between now and then, according to the Health Undersecretary Hugo Lopez Gatell, 23 people have contracted the Omicron variant in Mexico. Only 23. And the cases are concentrated in three regions: Mexico City, the state of Mexico, and the state of Tamaulipas, with a possible case in the state of Sinaloa. So, as of now, according to health officials, there are no Omicron cases in our state. That does not mean that there is no COVID in Mexico. That's not what we're saying. We're just talking specifically about the Omicron variant that has other countries feeling a little uneasy, and I'm sure that is an understatement. Uh, I added this article at the very last minute. It was sent to me by one of our viewers that explains some of the most common mild COVID symptoms experts are seeing right now. This comes from the Huffington Post, and it is in English, and I will add it to the show notes as a reference for us to consult after the broadcast. Meanwhile, I want to turn our attention to local tour guides. Local tour guides are not happy for a number of reasons, such that some 15 days ago they were apparently going to organize a manifestation, the kind in which a large number of vehicles ride together from a predetermined place to City Hall, creating unnecessary traffic jams along our city's main arteries. The good news is that at the time, City Hall authorities managed to prevent this from happening by making some promises. The problem is, though, is that the problem with promises, anyway, is that if you do not keep them, they end up meaning not very much. And this is precisely what happened here. The municipal tourism director, Ludwig Estrada, apparently did not deliver on these promises. So yesterday, approximately 100 vehicles belonging to local tour guides gathered at Sam's parking lot and drove together along Francisco Medina Asensio all the way to City Hall, where Mayor Michel had no choice but to open his doors to them, all of which would have not been necessary if City Hall authorities had followed up properly in the first place. I don't know if you were out and about yesterday, but if you experienced some additional traffic, well, you know what that was about. What did Mayor Michel promise yesterday after meeting with the tour guides? Well, a revisal of the contract established with the company that operates the Turi bus to prevent it from remaining parked next to City Hall for hours, while tour guides could also benefit from having access to the same spot. That was number one. Number two, to develop an agreement with the traffic department to allow for tour guide vehicles to park in specific locations near City Hall. Number three, Luna, no, we are not going to play in the bed right now. Luna's meowing. Number three, to formally include tour guides in the city's tourism advisory council. Number four, to provide tour guides with official identifications. And number five, to establish an agreement for periodic inspections that ensure that the law is being properly followed. Personally, I find it interesting that the conflict between tour guide operators and and the taxi union did not show up in this commentary, but hopefully this is something else that is being addressed. As you know, the yellow cabs have this bad habit of sometimes blocking tour operators that are legally doing their work, picking up tourists and dropping them off at specific locations, whereas the yellow cabs think that they are losing out on potential fares. Moving right along, I have this one. In case you are wondering what the carousel and the cable car ended up looking like when fully installed, here they are at La Lija. There is the carousel, and if I scroll down, there is the cable car. And here's another angle of the cable car that shows us, I don't know where on earth they wanted to install this along the Malecon. And I also don't know what time of day these photographs were taken, but clearly it's not like the installations are being properly used by hundreds of local families for their amusement during the holidays. I really hope that after this was installed, some people will actually be able to enjoy the darn things. And furthermore, I just hope they'll go away so that we'll have something new and exciting to comment about. Speaking of, if you want more details about the seemingly shady comings and goings of the Conchas Chinas Homeowners Association, all you have to do is have Google translate this editorial written by Contralíneas Gerardo Sandoval. That said, it is only fair to say that the HOA has yet to respond publicly to the claims that are being reported in these articles, so we are only hearing one side of the story. Finally, before we turn over to the weather, this article is about the possible legalizing, well, the possible approval of marijuana in Mexico, which is also inconclusive. The article accounts for all the adventures cannabis reform has enjoyed in Mexico since it first appeared in the Senate back in 2018. I will cut to the chase. It is still caught in red tape. Mexico's Senate has yet to reach a consensus on the matter, and only they know when they will. So meanwhile, we worry about the weather and just to get a sense as to what we can expect for the next couple of days. Oh, toss a coin to your weather forecaster. I suppose that this would be carrot weather, hoping other people will purchase the software. I'm not sure about that. But purum pim pim, we are enjoying 25 degrees Celsius right now. It feels like 26. Humidity is not as high as yesterday, 54%. And for those of you that get along with Fahrenheit, our temperature right now in Fahrenheit degrees is 76. The weather forecast for today, clear through the day with a high temperature of 29, low temperature 17. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is going to be clear through the day with a high temperature of 29, low temperature 17. And on Thursday, we will have a clear day again with a high temperature of 29, low temperature of 17. And now we have a couple extra little bits, nothing too important. I wanted to show you something that made me laugh. This headline says, damages in access to Puerto Vallarta's typical pueblita could cause accidents. And the article refers to a problem, some kind of hole in a grid, a metal grid, as you enter Colonia Cinco de Diciembre from the Sheraton Hotel. But the part that amuses me is the insistence of some media outlets to call the downtown area a typical pueblito, like as if we were a little pueblo. We are not a little pueblo. We are a city, in case these folks have not noticed. I don't know. It just irks me whenever I see that Puerto Vallarta described as a typical pueblito, because sometimes I feel it is that sticky description that prevents us from evolving as a city as we should. And last but not least, winter is here, and Google has chosen to honor the date with its annual hedgehog Google Doodle. Of course, the southern hemisphere of the planet celebrates the beginning of summer. So if you're watching in Argentina, your doodle is probably dressed in tropical clothes and running along the sand. And now we turn to Taco Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and we have tacos to talk about. Let me just set it up on my screen, and right after Taco Tuesday, we'll take a look at your wonderful comments. Yesterday, I went and had lunch at a taqueria that is near my home, and it is called El Atrancón. El Atrancón is located at the corner of Milan and Francia Street. I had been wanting to go to this taqueria for some time because they're yummy. But unfortunately, when they were fixing the Francia Street, it became a little not pretty to look at. And I decided to postpone it. But this taqueria has been here for the longest time. I will add here between us that Atrancón is actually a typo on their part. There is a word in Spanish, atracón, without the middle N. And that means when you go pig out on food, you go and enjoy an atracón. But somehow these folks have misspelled it, and that's the way it remains. So let me tell you about this taco stand. First of all, I want you to know that it is quite frequently that outdoor taco stands. Hi, Nancy Page. Hello. Oh my goodness, this is fun. Always nice to see people that I haven't seen in a while. Anyhow, um, I was saying it is quite frequently that these taco stands have different personalities, and what I mean by that is they are run by one person or one group of people during the daytime, and they are run by different people during the evening. Both operations um, may or may not offer the same kind of food, but it is two different operations. In the case of this particular taco stand, during the daytime, it is operated by the Atrancón people, and this is a group of people that prepare carnitas. And let us remember that carnitas are not prepared on the spot. They're just kept warm on their spot with these incandescent light bulbs. Atrancón is actually based in, oh my God, I forget, where there's a big tianguis on Sunday out in the middle of nowhere. Cuapinole, I believe it's called. And they have several branches, including one branch in the stadium. So this being a carnita stand and it being traditional for carnitas to be enjoyed during the morning and the early afternoon, El Atrancón is only open during the morning and early afternoon. They have the usual assortment of salsas that you would find at any taco stand. No major difference here. And it is very lively. It is always very, very popular. There's always people that either live in Colonia Versalles or work nearby that are frequenting this taco stand. And I took an interesting photo just to show you how the taco stands change personality. The evening provider of tacos at this spot, and I will go visit them again during the evening so that we can get to meet those tacos as well. They do grilled tacos. So if you look at this close up I took, this is what the morning taco people have to set up. They have to set up a surface, a wooden board over the grill that is a little higher that allows them to be able to run their operation. And at the end of each day, they leave and they take all their chingaderas with them, and including this, full size board that is placed under their food and their prep area, so that allows for the evening people to come in and do their own thing. So I think it's interesting that taco stands have this kind of symbiotic operation. And of course, the tacos are absolutely yummy. They were very, very flavorful. And if I may say, you can actually tell the subtle difference between this carnita maker and that carnita maker. But their tacos were really good. And I believe the next we have here is the small video we created for our Taco Tuesday map. Let me see if that is the case. And I think that is the case. Aren't you supposed to be the video? Ah, there you go. So this is showing all the different features that I just explained. And as you know, for our Taco Tuesday map, each one of the taquerias that we visit, I do the photography and I do these short little videos, and you can find all these videos in our specific map, and you can see short explanations about you know the characteristics of each taco stand, and so forth and so on. So, as always, I will leave you with the URL for the taco map, which is presently available only to supporting members of Coffee and Headlines. And this brings us to the end of our news section in our taco report. Let me take a quick look at some of your questions. Pirim pam pum pam pam, and some of your comments. Lots of good mornings, which is absolutely wonderful to read. Mihal is feeling foggy. I'm feeling foggy too. We went out for dinner last night and it turned out to be a foggy dinner. Let's see what else we have. Dee, da, dee, da, da. Christy, it is always great to read you. And I always think about you whenever I look at my yarn table. I'm sure you know why. It's yarn table or squirrels or pet animal videos. I always think about you. Mm-mm. Uh, 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 Up early this morning and bought some shrimp from a little place on Vienna. Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone! I love it. I love it. Yes, happy solstice for everyone. Do 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 do. Uh-huh. Alan asks, "Who's hungry for tacos?" I am definitely hungry for tacos. I'm always hungry for tacos. Um, da 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 dee, da 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 dee, da. Let's see. Yes, we're worried about Omicron. Increasingly more and more concerned. No, not wigged out. Um, Not wigged out, says Catherine. You know, I am somewhat wigged out, but not very wigged out. I am only wigged out because, it's something that is concerning, but I also know that what I'm doing in terms of following the sanitary mandates is the best thing that I could be doing. And my personal concern is for those people that, for whatever reason, choose to either not get vaccinated or choose not to wear a face mask or choose not to safe distance from others. Um, there you go. Thank you for that, Paula. Mask, boosters, stay at home, repeat. I love that. Yes, that's what it boils down to. Of course, Glee doesn't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick either, which is why I take the precautions that I take. Um, Kathy, our resident sense nurse, says Omicron is extremely contagious and it is difficult to say for sure if it is less deadly. Dan and I aren't worried, as it appears that since we are double vaccinated and contracted COVID a few weeks ago, we have almost 1,000 times more antibodies than just being vaccinated. Well, I am going to stick around with you guys and hopefully some of your antibodies will spread over to me. Ah, Logan is wigged out, but I know, Logan, you're going to get your test in a couple of hours and then you'll have some tranquility, I'm sure. Uh, yes, Heather, I read this. I read this. So this is a little bit of the reason of my concern. It's not so much that there's a lot of it going on here, but there's a lot of it going on near here. Um, and again, all we can do is follow the guidelines. Let's see what else I see. Um, if anything, I am glad to hear. Let's see. Patty asks where Heather got her information. I actually read it on the New York Times yesterday or the day before. So what Heather may or may not have a source, but yes, I keep reading that on U.S. headlines. Um, just as an FYI. Let's see what else we have. Do da 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 da. Ba-di-ba-bi-ba-ba. Good morning, Paco. Beautiful morning. Feeling good with a great dark roast from Chiapas and strawberry jam toast. My plants are doing great and waiting for next booster shot notice. The shit has hit the fan with the destruction of our sewage and drainage system by the uncontrolled construction of the condos and lack of good local government, and that is all the colonias. Very sad to see the raw sewage down the street of my colonia. Very sad, but we'll make the best of it. Pitiyal and a hat. Tony, I sure hope you feel better now that you got that off your system. Um, I hope you have a sunny day. Thank you for sharing. Uh, Marie is feeling very sad for Rodolfo, the blind tenor who sang to just a handful of people on Sunday, benefit due to a lack of adequate promotion. You know, Marie, let that be a lesson for anyone that organizes anything promotion is necessary for everything that requires public attention, and and I feel sad if this was a situation that could have gone better, but and it is unfortunate that the organizers did not provide um, adequate promotion. That is a sad bit of news. Let's see what else. Information about masks, lovely. Then feedback on the tacos, most amazing carnitas. Yes, they were delicious. Um, Another question. As much as I like tacos, taco stands worry me because of lack of hygiene and handling of money. That's just me. Well, the good news, Tony, is that we make personal decisions. And what I mean by personal is we make decisions for ourselves. The tacos that we feature, the restaurants that we feature, the places we endorse, that doesn't mean that anybody is obligated to go and cater to them. I am very mindful of the fact that we all have different comfort levels, and it is entirely a personal decision when we feel comfortable to enjoy one or another. Um, that said, uh, I will just throw my 2 cents, and I think I would not allow myself to throw a blanket statement about all taco stands just because some of them lack hygiene. I think that would be equivalent of saying that all restaurants have rats in their kitchen. So that's just my personal reaction to your comment. Um, what kind of carnitas? Carnitas are always made of pork. Um, so it's pork carnitas. Let's see what else. Uh, Paco, I am coming to PVR next week. Do you need anything from San Miguel de Allende? Oh my God, Christine. Ah, San Miguel de Allende. I need things from that craft market that I so much love. Now, I don't need anything, Christine. I need to know that you are going to have a healthy, safe ride here and that you arrive in Puerto Vallarta without incident. Doo-dee-doo-doo. Let's see what else. Oh, how wonderful! How wonderful. Pinche Raymond. I'm very excited about myself a Christmas present yesterday. A ticket to the one night only concert on December 30th. I hear the MC is going to be amazing. I've heard the MC is a giant in the bedroom. Tony's enjoying tamales in Pitillal today. Buen provecho. Mm, I am concerned because people who come here are not tested before they come. Well, Sue, that is nothing. There's nothing you and I can do about it other than to take care of ourselves. I hear you with your concern, but unfortunately, it's not in our hands. It's the government's decision. Uh, dee, 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 dee. Where can I buy a greeting card? Christmas or thank you card would suffice. Um, Oh my goodness, what a good question. Cards not being very popular down here. I have seen cards at some supermarkets in where they keep their office supply section, or where they keep the bags, their gift bag sections. But no, we don't. You don't see greeting cards very frequently. I certainly hope other people have a better, more useful comment than mine, Chris, because they are very, very uncommon. Um, Good question. And we'll stick around a little longer. We're pretty much done with the broadcast, but hopefully some comments will come in about this as we say farewell, at least farewell for today. Thank you very much for. Oh, there you go. Arte Viviente has some cards. Oh my God! And you know where I saw some cards? I saw. Oh, of course, of course. If you go to the store that oh my God, what's her face? Well, Arte Viviente is the place that yeah, that's the store that I'm thinking of, Angelo. Thank you very much. It's the place where you have your gallery and where Marcia is in charge of. You can find cards there. Last night I had dinner for the first time at Che Elena, which is one of the old restaurants in Puerto Vallarta, and I'm going to save my comments about this place for another time. But as I was going up to their top level, I saw some cards on display. that were also available for sale. Um, oh, there you go. There you go. Olas Altas Market just bought a set of blank cards. So there you have it. There. Oh my God! Look at all those recommendations. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Yay. Okay. This is the end of today. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We will walk, I think. I think we will walk tomorrow. And if not, we will walk the day after tomorrow. Who knows? And yes, that's it. Anything else? No? Luna, are you all set? It's time to go. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully tomorrow. And if not, I may see some of you tonight. Have a good day.